Hello friends, and in today's video, I would like to share with you another lesson, 10 ways to be more patient in life. And we see in reality, right? For the people who are patient, usually they have a good life, right? For any situation, right? They meet, they face in this life, they always feel comfortable. So we see uh, the benefits of being a patient in this life, right? So that's why I would like to share this lesson with you, and hopefully you can be patient in any circumstances, right? And always had the kind of feeling that slowly trying to find the problems, yeah, to understand about the problems and find the solution to handle problems, right? And finally, you can have the kind of feeling that you are comfortable, right, with any situation happens to your life. As you are able to accept, right? Do not blame for your destinies. Do not blame for other people. You accept and try to figure out the uh, reason, right? Cause those difficult situation for you and find the solution to resolve. Okay, let's come back with this lesson and start learning with me. 10 ways to be more patient in life. Patience is a very beneficial trait that you can learn. This purposeful form of self-discipline will help you avoid doing things that are counterproductive and waste energy. When you learn to put your frustration aside, you will begin to think positively and make more responsible decisions. And here are 10 effective ways to help you build patience. Number one, practice the habit of waiting. One of the most effective ways to become more patient is to force yourself to wait for things. Research shows that making yourself wait for things you want does not only to increase your patience but also makes you happier in the long run. And number two, explore the factors that cause impatience. You may be more willing to be patient in some situations than others. So what makes the difference? Some triggers will happen more often, and you can try to focus on the situation that actually makes you feel the most uncomfortable. But start with something manageable. Remember this, something that only makes you a little impatient. If you can control this first driver or this first factor, right? In here, you can choose the word driver or factor. They are the same meaning. If you can control this first driver, take the skills that you learn from that exercise and apply it to another driver. One thing at a time, with practice and present, you will improve a lot. And number three, put unimportant things aside. There are things that are not important but take up time from more important things in your plan. Therefore, one way to have patience is to control the time for each task well. Take a few minutes to review what's going on every day and try to eliminate two or three tasks that are time wasters but are really important. You need to figure out what the priorities are and what can be delegated to someone else or eliminated altogether. And number four, don't think about many things at the same time. Many people are always thinking about multiple things at once, jumping from one task to the next without pausing to complete first task. Patience increases compassion for ourselves, helping us recognize and tolerate all events in life. Learning to be mindful reduces mental resistance to time and allows us to accept every moment as it happens. And number five, prepare for the unexpected. Even though you have a plan, things don't always go as planned. Accept difficulties and treat in life thoughtfully. Set a realistic expectation. This applies not only to circumstances but also to dealing with the behavior of those around you. And number six, practice pausing before speaking. Practice pausing before speaking. Sometimes we tend to blurt out the first thing that comes to mind without thinking about any potential consequences, right? However, if you can take the time to stop and think for a moment about what you want to say and how you are going to say it, as you can avoid getting into some awkward situation that can come from a lack of your patience. And number 7, you time out wisely. If you are waiting for something to happen or waiting for someone, this means you have a little extra time that you did not expect. Instead of counting the minutes that pass, focus on something you might not have time to do. See the extra time as a favor rather than an inconvenience. And number 8, take deep breaths. This may be the most important. Try to relax, breathe slowly and deeply. This will naturally calm the body and relax the mind if you start to feel impatient. And number 9, find any fearless contraries to patience. Our brains still have biological mechanisms that control the fight response or fight back against external danger to protect our safety. When it comes to emotional security, we want to have what we want. We want to get ahead, and we want to achieve more than the person next to us. This is not totally bad, right? It is just biological mechanism. Therefore, to increase your patience, you need to learn to find any feelings that are the opposites of patience, including resentment, stimulation, reprimand, disappointment. And finally, number 10, always remind yourself. Talk to yourself, right? When you're likely to become impatient. Don't fuel the situation by thinking negatively about everything around you. Whenever you start to feel impatient, remind yourself that you are a tolerant person, stronger than any force you have to face. Yeah. And for me, I already said to you, right? 10 ways we can do to help us can be patient with any situation happens to our life, right? Okay. And now to the next part, I would like to explain the meanings of several words for you. And for the first word I choose is uncomfortable. I'm sorry, let me get back. For the first words, I want to explain the meaning for you. The word frustration. It is now, I pronounce for you without the letter S, right? In a plural, as you pronounce like this, frustrations, but it is in a singular, right? You pronounce like this, frustration. Frustration, the feeling of being frustrated. So frustrated is the kind of feeling that you are annoyed or impatient because you cannot do or achieve what you want. Yeah. Okay, and let's see how we use the word frustration. When you learn to put your frustrations aside, you will begin to think positively and make more responsible decisions. Yeah. And for the next word, I want to explain the meaning for you, the word uncomfortable. Uncomfortable, it is adjective, right? Uncomfortable, the kind of feeling that you are anxious, embarrassed, or afraid, the kind of feeling that you are unable to relax. Okay, let's see how we use the word uncomfortable. You may be more willing to be patient in some situations than others. So what was the difference? Some triggers will happen more often, and you can try to focus on the situation that actually makes you feel the most uncomfortable. But start with something manageable, something that only makes you a little impatient. Okay. And for the next word, eliminate. Yeah, eliminate. It means to remove or get rid of something, right? Easy to understand the meaning of this word. And let's see how we do. Take a few minutes to review what's going on every day and try to eliminate or try to remove 2 or 3 tasks that are time wasters but are really important. Okay. And for the next word, complete, right? It is the same meaning with the word finish. Yeah, so easy to understand the meaning of this word and remember, right? The next word, twist. Yeah, and here's the meaning in Vietnamese. And blurt out, and here's the meaning. awkward situation, and here's the meaning, right? And relax. Yeah, here's the meaning. Reprimand, right? It is the same meaning with the word criticism. Reprimand is mean, right? The act of telling somebody officially that you do not approve their action or their behaviors. Okay, and let's see how we use the word reprimand, right? Therefore, to increase your patience, you need to learn to find any feelings that are the opposites of patience, including, right, resentment, stimulation, reprimand, disappointment. So in here, I recommend you, right, you need to fight against, you need to control your resentment, stimulation, reprimand, and disappointment. So you can increase your patience. Okay. And for the final words, I want to explain the meaning for you. The word tolerant and tolerant person. Here's the meaning in Vietnamese, right? Firstly, you need to understand the word adjective, tolerant. Tolerance. Okay, tolerant is mean be able, right, to accept what other people say or do, even if you do not agree with it. Yeah. So tolerant person, we mean about the person, right, who is able to accept what other people say or do, right, even if that person does not agree with it. Yeah. Okay, let's see how we use the word tolerant. Whenever you start to feel impatient, right? Yeah. Remind yourself that you are a tolerant person, stronger than any force you have to face. Yeah, it is very important. So usually we are impatient, right? When we want other people to do something for us, right? Or we want to do this thing to achieve this, right? But we cannot do, or other people do not do for us, and we have the kind of feelings that we are impatient. But you should remind yourself, right? You are tolerant and you accept about that. Yeah, it is very important. Okay, I already finished to say to you, right? All about the content of this lesson, and hopefully you like it. And see you in next videos in learning English with me. Bye bye.